Senator from Clark.
Speak on the bill, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
I would urge the members to vote yes on this bill. We've heard a lot of comments, heard the word tyranny being used here in this chamber. There is no tyranny here. People can vote yes or they can vote no. This body has been called in a special session many times before. There have been times when the legislative process works and people vote yes and a bill gets accomplished, and there's times when they vote no and they sine die without anything being accomplished. And the legislative process is working here, Mr. President. Just because somebody doesn't agree with this bill doesn't mean that it's tyranny. I think you're going to find that based on the comments here today, I suspect we're going to have enough votes to have this bill passed. But we've seen amendments presented here that frankly are rejected, and this body voted on them, yes or no. We've had an actuarial analysis that's been presented on this bill. It's been out in the public sphere for weeks. We've had this bill presented for the last 2.5 months. We've had committee hearings. During the time that we've been here, we've had two. We've had some during the interim as well. We've got endorsements from a lot of the agencies that are involved in this. Letters that have been out for weeks that these members have received from health departments, from the community mental health centers, from the domestic violence shelters, from our health departments. What is going to end our pension system? People said this is going to somehow end it. What is going to end it is bankruptcy. That if we don't do something, we lose the funds that are there, and we're getting pretty close when it comes to KERS, and we're only 12 to 13% funded. And all we've seen from the minority party in this chamber and in the other chamber is the same old kick the can down the road recommendations, what got us into this problem to begin with for the past 30 years. I'm a physician. I think of things in medical terms. We had a previous physician when it came to diagnosing the problems with this system for years. Misdiagnosed the problem. Didn't recommend any treatment for it. This body saw the symptoms. This body proposed changes, and it was ignored by the previous doctor, if you will. Well, we've got a new doctor that was hired by this state who has properly diagnosed the problem and says, we're going to offer a treatment. You might have a cancer, but we can fix this. It's going to take time. The process won't be pleasant. The treatments aren't pleasant, but we can get on the other side of this. People can typically say, okay, let's discuss how that treatment's going to go, if it's going to work well. But you don't blame the doctor for saying, you're the one who caused the problem that I got to begin with. It's someone coming in and providing you the proper diagnosis of what needs to be done here. This is only a fifth of the KRS problem. Granted, this bill isn't going to fix the entire pension crisis that we have. There are multiple problems in the pension system within multiple agencies that go beyond KRS. This is only 1/5 of that problem. I would recommend members support this. And I would also remind people that you don't have a retirement if you don't have a job. And we've heard that from other members here today, that what's going to happen, we've already seen happen within this system, is that a lot of these agencies are firing their employees to make sure they can afford the payments for this, and they're shortchanging the system, and it's going to cause it to collapse. If you want to protect these jobs, you have to have a job to have a retirement. And we know, we've heard it from testimony from many of the universities that are out there, the layoffs and the firings that will occur if we don't do something. No bill is ever perfect, Mr. President, but I think this bill does the job. I suspect it has the support of the members in this chamber as it did in the other chamber, and I would ask members to support it. Thank you, Mr. President.